And I'm joined live in the studio now by Nicholas Kohl, one of the two candidates running for the Ward 5 seat in Eureka City Council. Mr. Kohl, thank you so much for joining us on Redwood News.
You're welcome.
Real pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.
Now, what relevant experience will you bring to the council if you are elected?
I really feel that I'm going to bring a lot of experience of having small business in Old Town. I've been operating business in Old Town for about 20 years and also had family operating business there many years before. So I've had a really front row seat to what is happening within the ward from that perspective.
Now, what do you think are the biggest issues that your constituents are currently facing?
There are so many. I've really realized we can't prioritize them. They're all unique and intertwined. Affordable housing is connected to the homeless issues, is connected to the mental health issues, is connected to the economic development issues, and so those are all part of the bigger part of trying to build prosperity in Eureka. And that's really the goal, is how do we improve the quality of life? So that's my goal.
So what would be your top priorities for your constituencies, if constituents keep saying the wrong word, if you're elected?
Really, I want to follow through on the housing elements that have been put forward by the City Council to make sure that those happen and those are able to be completed. I want to push to develop waterfront fund development that is in line with both housing needs but also economic development needs and enrichment needs. I really also want to reach out to the Wiyot tribe and to include their point of view in the conversations about what's happening in the city in the future. That's the beginning.
Now, what would you say are the top 3 qualities the person elected to this ward needs to have to do the job well?
That's a great question. Really, the best one that I've been taught is listening. I've been able to spend a lot of time listening to people in conversation in my ward, and it's taught me a lot about really what's important to them, not what's just important to me. An ability to communicate and an ability to interpret where other people are coming from and what really their goals are and how to blend them together. Those 3 things, I think, really are needed for this job.
Now, in many respects, it is kind of a dual role because you're meeting the needs of those living in your ward and the wider Eureka community. So how do you balance both sets of responsibilities?
Well, I feel Old Town is a wonderful reflection of Eureka. I don't really see them as separate. Old Town success is Eureka's success. Eureka's growth is opportunity for Old Town and for the rest of the 5th Ward. It is well beyond just Old Town. I just see that from where I live. That's kind of my lens. But it's the issues and the growth of the city that's the goal. And I see the same thing moving from city to county. From a city point of view, we have to be able to participate and interact with the county, both through agencies and through goals, to have a greater success for everybody involved.
Now, part of the role of a council member, of course, is working collaboratively with your fellow councillors, but how will you attempt to reach agreement when you don't share the same views as your fellow councillors?
That's where democracy steps in. We all get a vote. And as 1/5 of a voting body, there's room for discussion and there's room for dissent. And I think the important step is not allowing that dissent to become a detriment, but a point of conversation and really exploring the depths of the issues and finding the edges of what's appropriate.
Now, we've got about a minute left or just under, so if anything, what would you like to share about your personal background and interests that you think voters should know to help them make up their minds about voting for you?
First I'll say, really, I want people to vote. I want people to participate. Because for me, the opportunity to participate is what has brought me to this point. Growing up in the community here, participating in the business community, has really led me to a point where I'm really grateful for the process I've had so far, and I'm really hoping for the opportunity to continue to contribute. And however it develops, that's going to be, I'll always have an opportunity, but I would love this one.
And very, very quickly, where can people find out more information?
On our Facebook page, elect Nicholas Kohl, Ward 5.
Great. Thanks so much for joining us, Mr. Kohl. Real pleasure to meet you, and we'll be right back after this break.
Thank you.